Track 30. 1.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm your student union representative and I'm here to tell you about student societies.
2.
Good morning, everyone. For the last 2 weeks, we've been looking at employment opportunities in industry, and in today's lecture, I'll be talking about working in a large corporation.
3.
Hello, my name's Annie and I'm the University Careers Officer. Today I'm going to talk about working outdoors.
4.
Is everyone ready? Okay, remember last week we discussed work in private industry? Well, this week's talk will cover employment opportunities in institutions of further education.
5. Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me to talk to you. I'm Angus MacDonald. I'm a police officer, and my topic today is job satisfaction. 6.
Good evening. It's good to see so many people here this cold night. Okay, my lecture this evening will be about finding a job.
Track 31. 1.
Hi, my name's Adam. I'm your student union rep, and this evening I'm going to talk about the different clubs you can join here at the university.
2.
Hello, thank you all for coming today. For the last couple of weeks, we've been discussing how to get a job in private industry, and today's lecture is about working in a small company.
3.
Hello, my name's Annie and I'm the University Careers Officer. I've come in this evening to tell you about jobs that involve spending a lot of time outside.
4.
Good evening, everyone. Right, last week we talked about working in private education. Well, this week's talk will cover employment in universities.
5. Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me to talk to you. I'm Angus MacDonald. I'm a police officer, and today I'll be talking about job fulfillment. 6.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting me to talk to you. My topic for this evening will be how to find employment. I hope you'll find it useful.
Track 32.
My name's Alice and I work on a farm in the southeast of England. Mostly we grow fruit, but we also keep chickens, ducks and dairy cows. So we have to work outside quite a lot, even in the winter when it's cold and dark. That's the worst part of the job, really. You know, having to go out in the rain and snow to feed the animals. But the summer's totally different. I really enjoy being outdoors, helping the fruit pickers and loading the trucks. We deliver most of our fruit to supermarkets, but we also supply local shops with our milk, eggs and cheese. In fact, we produce so much cheese and fruit that we even sell them directly to the public in our farm shop.
Track 33.
I'm Wei Long, but my American friends call me Will. I'm a businessman in California. Before I came to the United States, I studied at a university in China. I graduated in information technology, but when I was young, even before I went to university, I worked in the family business, so my ambition has always been to earn a living through trade. After I graduated, I worked for my father for a few years to get some experience, and then I started my own small company. First, I set up an office in China, and then I opened another office in California. We sell computer parts from China, because I know a lot of people in the computer industry there. I don't have any salesmen, but I have a receptionist to look after the office while I'm out on sales trips. I like being my own boss. I enjoy being able to make all the decisions myself. I mean, I sell most of my goods to large corporations, and I think I'd find it very difficult to work in a big company.
Track 34.
My name's Khalida. I'm a doctor in a busy hospital in London. My job is quite stressful because I work in the accident and emergency unit. Our hospital is the only one in the area with an A&E, so all the urgent cases come to us. Mostly we see people who have been in car crashes or had an accident at home. When people arrive at the unit, I have to see them first. I examine them to find out what's wrong and make sure we give them the right treatment. When we're sure the patients aren't in any serious danger, the nurses put all the information in their personal records and find them a bed if they're staying in hospital, or arrange for them to go home if they don't need to stay.
Track 35. Section 4. You will hear a woman talking to some students about her job. First, in the exam, you will have 20 seconds to look at questions 1 to 4. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 4.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to give a talk in this series of employment lectures. I'm here this evening to tell you about my job. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what I hope to do in the future. OK, well, I'm a police officer. I've been in the police for just over 5 years, and part of my job is to give talks to students about police work. People often ask why I joined the police, so maybe I'll start there. I've always been interested in law and order, so I went to study law at university. But when I got there, I realised that I was more interested in the practical side of law than the theory. So I applied to work with the police force in my spare time. Then, as soon as I graduated, I was accepted for training.
Before you hear the next part of the talk, in the exam, you will have 20 seconds to look at questions 5 to 7. Track 36. Listen and answer questions 5 to 7.
As you know, our job is to protect the public from criminals and defend the law. So obviously, the police force has to work every day of the week, day and night. This means we're often at work when everyone else is relaxing with friends and family, and we can't always be around for special occasions like birthdays and New Year's Eve. On top of that, we have a lot of extra work at weekends, especially when there's a football match and the fans are out celebrating. So, our working hours are one disadvantage of police work. A lot of the time we have to work with the public to avoid problems, and we get special training for that. But we can't always prevent trouble. So, another disadvantage of the job is the danger. I mean, we know that some of the people we have to arrest will attack us.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, in the exam, you will have 20 seconds to look at questions 8 to 10. Track 37. Now listen and answer questions 8 to 10.
Now for the advantages. Well, one of the advantages is that police work is well paid. As I've said, it's a difficult job, and police officers work hard for their pay. But there are many more advantages. For example, sometimes the work's fun, especially when we have to protect famous people from their own fans. I've met quite a lot of celebrities in my job, and I must say I enjoy seeing them close up and finding out what they're really like as people. But for me, the biggest advantage is the job satisfaction. Speaking for myself, I would say I get the most job satisfaction when I help someone, or solve a problem in a community. And in the future, I'd like to train to be a detective. I think I'd be good at that.
That is the end of section 4. In the exam, you will have half a minute to check your answers.